When I was on air at my last gig, who knew my secret weapon would be a drunk lady from Wisconsin?
You are a fart blossom snobby snotty Scotty that I would love to poke, but I can't. Why? Tell me why. I want to know what makes me attracted to you.
I've got good teeth.
Oh, you just make me have to go to the bathroom.
I have that effect on women.
You will never, ever meet a girl like me again.
That's what the restraining order's for.
Power to you, you
Her name was Tipsy Suzy. Yeah, she was a real caller, and yes, very tipsy. I am Jeff, the radio DJ dude. Now, I've been rocking major market mics since 15, and today I'm diving into the power of regular callers as an incredible tool for listener engagement.
We are on the air.
Now, one tool in my bag, broadcasting tricks, was the phoner. My show was chock full of these little listener moments. But before we get into Suzy, I need to make an important distinction because there is a difference between a frequent caller and a regular caller. Now, a frequent caller, well, they just call a lot. They're enthusiastic, they mean well, but honestly, they're kind of forgettable. Now, a regular caller is completely different. A regular has a personality. They have a reputation. Listeners know who they are before they even say a single word. The second that voice hits the airwaves, well, there's already a reaction in the car, at the desk, in the kitchen. And that's not just a phone call, that is a character in your show's universe. Think about the show Cheers. Every time Norm walked through the door, well, yeah, the whole bar shouted out his name. Nobody had to introduce him. Nobody had to explain who he was. He just showed up and the room came to life. And that is what a great regular caller does for your show.
I have a sock monkey. His name is Jumpin' Jack Flash.
You have a sock monkey.
Oh, yeah, and he has fun up at the nursing home.
Wow, he knows how to party.
You want to know how he talks?
Yeah, I'd love to.
You ready?
I don't think I am, but I'll try.
The old people love it.
No, you're giving people heart attacks.
No, they love it. When he talks, he jumps up and down really fast.
Now, what does he say again? Oh my goodness, 3 more people at the nursing home just went into cardiac arrest. You gotta stop.
Oh, I took my little sock monkey and put him between my legs. Woo! Come to mommy, she's got a hickey for ya. Ooh, baby. Ooh, ah!
So let me tell you about Suzy. She'd call in regularly, and a lot of times it was pretty clear that she had a couple, or 6. And she'd say things that were completely outrageous, but believable enough that you weren't sure if she was kidding or not. And to me, that was the magic. And the deal is, I never prompted any of it. She was just wonderfully nutty on her own.
I had a pet rooster that chased cars, and he was mean. He was meaner than a junkyard dog.
Yeah?
And he died, and I put him in the freezer. We wrapped him in a towel. And when I had my strokes, my husband surprised me and had him mounted.
Oh my
and
goodness.
He's stuffed, and his name is Pecker.
That's a beautiful story.
Yeah.
I'm tearing up.
I treasure him, and he loves country music, and he wants to hear Steve Azar.
I thought you cooked him up.
Cooked him up. He died from a disease, you dork.
Some days she loved me, some days, well, not so much.
You're being a butthead, and I'm going to hurt you so freaking bad because you are a fart blossom, you jerk.
Now we're getting somewhere.
You fart blossom. You are a dill weed. I love you, snotty. Mwah.
But here's the part that really matters. After Suzy called, other listeners called, reacting to her. She didn't just create a moment, she created a conversation. And come on, that's when radio becomes electric.
There's a woman that calls and picks on you on Saturday night.
Oh, yes, Tipsy Suzy.
Oh, she drives me batty. I want to come through the radio and smack that woman.
I love it.
She must be drunk as a skunk when she calls you.
Hang on. Comparing her to a skunk is really unfair to skunks. And I want to make sure you get this. I didn't produce those results. Suzy did. My job was just give her a platform, and not to try to get the last laugh either, just to stay out of her way. Let her work her magic.
Oh, kiss my
I'd love to win. What parking lot?
I got a little junk in the trunk, and it's just right. I moon people, and they want me to show them more. Hey, Jeff.
There's a moon out tonight.
Moonshine's good. I know how to make it.
It's good with Cheez-Its.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I'm organic. That's why I'm gassy all the time.
So why does a regular caller hit different than a random one-off? Well, two reasons. Psychology and programming strategy. Back to the video in 20 seconds, but if you like the idea of adding life to your station, nothing pumps fresh, engaging energy like a listener phone call. And Phoner Factory is your easy button solution. Don't let a phone line get in the way of creating fun phoners. You gotta check it out for free. Links in the description. We'll tackle psychology first. Listeners develop opinions about your regulars. Real opinions. They love them, they can't stand them, they root for them. Now that emotional investment keeps them coming back. Not just to hear you, but to find out what she is going to do next. It's serialized drama. Will Suzy call today? Is she going to be in a good mood, or is she coming in hot? You just don't know. They don't know. And that uncertainty is appointment listening. That creates this wonderful bond. And here's a bonus. A regular who gives you grief makes you human. You stop being a slick voice in a box and you become someone who has to deal with that person. And every listener on earth knows exactly what that feels like. Now, over to the programming strategy. A great regular caller isn't just one moment of engagement. There's a before, a during, and an after. Now, before, you played 10 seconds of something ridiculous. Now, I shared this in a video I did about the lost art of teasing. I'm Jem and Jeff Scott with Tipsy Suzy.
I had a pet rooster that chased cars, and he was mean, and he died, and I put him in the freezer.
Okay, enough. In less than 7 minutes, the saga of Suzy and her frozen pecker. Now they're not just listening, they're waiting. That's appointment radio. Now, during the call, Suzy might be on a roll and the call might be going a little too long. Well, you don't let the whole thing play out. You cut her off. Okay, hang on, Suzy. I got to go to a break. Okay, we'll get back to Tipsy Suzy in 2 minutes. And now the people who were half listening are suddenly paying full attention because you interrupted something they wanted to finish listening to. You just created an open loop, which our brains, they hate. They need resolution. So after the call, you come back, you finish it up, and then you leave the door open. Oh my God, you know Suzy's gonna have thoughts about that next week. Now they're already thinking about next time she calls. That technique, the tease and the hold, well, every major market programmer in America uses it, or at least they used to use it when radio was actually live and brimming with personality. Not so much today, but that doesn't mean that you cannot harness this proven technique, especially on internet radio where none of your listeners will see any of this coming. Hey, that's a great time to surprise them with this kind of audio delight.
I'm a 911 operator.
Sure,
And
yeah.
I got a phone call from this number saying that you have a problem with your zipper.
I do have a problem with my zipper. Thank you for calling back so fast.
Do you need help?
I do.
What's the problem, sir?
I can't get it up.
Oh, do you need help with that?
Please help me get it up.
Oh, I'll help you anytime.
It's down right now. It needs to be up.
Well, I can get it up anytime you want.
Yeah?
Sure.
And what about my zipper?
Okay, I got a frog in my throat. Let me clear it.
You got it?
I'm drinking, and somebody dared me to swallow a frog tadpole. Oops, I burped it back up. There we go.
As frog swallowers go, I don't come any classier than you.
If you met me, you would think so.
Now for me, Suzy made it effortless because listeners genuinely wanted to know what she was going to say next. And that's the difference between just a cheap gimmick and a true character. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but I'm not on a real station. I don't have a request line. How am I going to find these regulars? I hear you, I get it. But here's the thing. The phone call was never the point. The personality was. What made Suzy work wasn't the telephone. It was that she had a recognizable voice and attitude. She was unpredictable, but believable at the same time. She had a real emotional relationship with me that built up over time. And listeners felt that history between us every time she called. And yes, believe it or not, you can engineer all of that, even without a real caller or a phone line. Now, of course, it's never the same, but come on, don't diss different if it truly wakes your listeners up. So yes, I went into the AI radio laboratory and tried to clone the spirit of Tipsy Suzy. Yeah, I know, frightening. But before I show you the actual prompt, and I am going to show you the prompt, I just need you to do something first, a little homework exercise. I want you to build the character out on paper. The prompt is the last step. It's not the first. So here's the framework that I want you to use. Now don't worry about sharpening up your number 2. You could grab this for free right down there in the description. First off, name. Who is this character? Now make it memorable, but it has to be believable. For me, it was pretty descriptive. Tipsy Suzy, well, that tells you everything you need to know before she even opens her mouth. Now what is this core trait? The one thing that they always are. Are they cynical? Are they overly cheerful? Are they argumentative? Clueless but completely confident? Well, pick one and make sure they own that. Now, what is their relationship to you? Are they a fan? Are they a critic? Are they a frenemy who thinks they know radio better than you do? Well, that dynamic is what creates tension. And tension, oh yeah, that is what makes it interesting. Okay, what are their trigger topics? What sets them off? What gets them fired up? Give your character a lane to stay in. Their speech pattern. Now, this is the one a lot of people skip, and it really is the most important. It's not what they say, it's how they say it. Do they ramble? Do they have a catchphrase? Do they go quiet right before they drop something devastating? Now, I get it. For a lot of people, Tipsy Sue isn't for you. It might be too over the top. And a regular caller, they don't need to be over the top like the Tipsy Queen. They just need to be consistent with a strong worldview and a memorable personality. That is key. Now, once you've got all that, then you go to the bots. Since I have hundreds of calls of Tipsy Suzy, it was pretty easy. I uploaded an actual call, an MP3 file, to Gemini, and I asked it to analyze several features and facets of her delivery, her content. Then it spit out a prompt, a sample script, and precise settings for Gemini 3.1. It's one of their latest text-to-speech models. So I wire up all these settings, and I don't know, I'm like, could it really replicate some of that magical tipsy spirit from Suzy? Well, I'll let your ears be the judge.
I'm so tipsy right now, 'cause you made me do it, Scotty. I fell so freaking hard off the wagon. Wait. Holy crap! I love you, Snotty Scotty. You're my best friend. Party! Woo! Woo! I think I'm gonna be sick.
Now, is it Tipsy Suzy? Of course not. She was a grade A farm fresh original, but it is a character, it's consistent, and it's repeatable. And done right, it definitely creates engagement. Now, I never got to tell Suzy how valuable she was to my show, and I developed an affinity towards her over the years. But one thing that I've never forgotten was this wonderful lesson. Great radio isn't just one voice, it's a world. And those worlds need characters. So please, go build yours. Even if you don't have a phone line, it's all now very possible. And if you ever had a Tipsy Suzy on your show, well, come on, tell me all about it right down here in the comments. And if you are building an AI regular using this framework, well, I'd love to hear about that too. Describe them and their unique, nutty personality. I'm definitely curious to hear what you come up with. And for all my regulars who haven't hit like or subscribe, well, come on, live on the edge and do it right now. I do thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am Jeff, the radio DJ dude, and until our next little radio rendezvous, you keep rocking those mics all over the world.